Today, we're going to talk about a mental model that could seriously change how you chase your biggest goals. It's all about two little words: value and price, but probably not in the way you're used to thinking about them. So let's dive in and see what this is all about.
So let's start here. Just take a second. What does a better life even look like for you? Seriously, picture it. What pops into your head? You know, it's funny, because for most of us, the answers tend to circle around a few common themes.
Maybe for you, it's all about your career, right? A great job, something you actually enjoy doing, with a boss and a team that has your back. That's a huge one, a totally classic goal. Or, hey, maybe it's less about work and more personal. You're looking for that special someone, a loving, responsible partner to do life with. Another really common, really important one.
And of course, for so many of us, it's about family. Having a home that's healthy, peaceful, harmonious. Look, these are the big things, right? The things we're all reaching for.
But here's where it gets interesting. The whole idea behind this framework is that the very words we use to think about these goals, words like value and price, can actually hold us back. Our everyday definitions are just kind of mushy. So let's try a whole new way of defining them.
Okay, let's tackle value first. And I want you to just completely forget the dictionary definition for a minute. In this model, value is, well, it's the objective ability of something to get a specific result. It's not about your opinion of its worth. It's about what it can actually, factually do.
And then there's price. And right away, let's get this straight. This is not about money. Price in this framework is the personal, the subjective sacrifice you have to make to get that value. It's all about what you're willing to give up, or change, or push through to make that outcome a reality.
Okay, let's make this super concrete with a simple example. Think about water. The value of water is its objective, scientific ability to quench your thirst. That's just a fact, right? But the price, well, that's what you're willing to sacrifice for it. If you're dying of thirst in a desert, you'd pay almost anything. If you're sitting at home next to your tap, the price is basically zero. See? The value of the water never changed, but the price you're willing to pay totally did.
So this is it. This is the absolute core of the whole idea. Value is objective. It is what it is, period. Price, on the other hand, is completely subjective. It's 100% up to you and what you are willing to give. Getting this difference, that's the key that unlocks this whole way of thinking.
All right, so a bottle of water, that makes sense. But how does this apply to those huge life goals we were just talking about? A great career, a family? Let's scale this up with a much bigger example.
So let's get really specific. Let's say the value you're after is a massive financial goal, an income of $100 million a month. That's your objective outcome. It's not a feeling, it's a number. It's a clear, measurable result. That is your target value.
Okay, so what's the price for that? It's not just some vague idea like working harder. No. The price is the specific sacrifices. It's being willing to read more books, to put in the hours practicing new skills, to go out of your way to help other people win, and to train your brain to always focus on solutions instead of getting bogged down by problems. That's the real cost.
And here's the best part. This isn't just for making money. Not at all. You can take this exact value versus price framework and apply it to literally every major area of your life. It's a tool to get super clear on what you actually want and what it's going to take to get there.
In fact, the source material for this breaks life down into these 8 key categories. You can almost think of them as life currencies. And for every single one, from your spiritual life to your social life, you can define a specific value and then get brutally honest with yourself about the price you're willing to pay for it.
And that really brings us to the main event, the big call to action here. It's a 2-step process. Step 1, determine your value. Get crystal clear on that objective outcome you want. Step 2, barter with your price. You decide what you're willing to give. You're the one in control of this whole exchange.
And please remember this, the biggest price you'll ever pay for anything important is almost never money. It's internal. It's your commitment. It's your mindset, your focus, your daily habits. It's your willingness to fundamentally change how you think and how you act. That's the real currency we're dealing with here.
So it really all boils down to this one question. You now have this framework, this way to separate the objective thing you want from the subjective price you have to pay. The only thing left to figure out is for you. What price are you actually honestly willing to pay for the life you keep saying you want?